right, fine, you win. We're going to talk about this here today. I've been seeing a lot of requests for it, so let's get down to business. Of course, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Gungans, Droids, the Academy Conad. You guys always get sensitive when I forget about you guys. There's a lot of species to shout out there, but I'm happy you're here, and today we're going to be shouting out a very special species out there in our galaxy, the Nightsisters. More importantly, we're going to be talking about today the great mothers and the requests that I've been getting, showing them in the Secrets and Shadows Assault Battle. I've been seeing this question come up a lot lately, ever since Great Mothers came to the game. People have been saying, hey, can you please show the Secrets and Shadows of the Great Mothers? I'm like, is there any really real reason to? Because we already mastered Secrets and Shadows with the introduction of Marin. However, you know, I've been seeing the request come up again because Secrets and Shadows just came back. We have the Nightsister Lightspeed bundle that just returned. And more importantly so, the Great Mothers are free to play farmable as of this week. And even though it's on the higher end of the spectrum for Cantina Energy, a lot of people are pushing for this. And this might be your first Nightsister team you built up. And I don't blame you. As you've been seeing, the Nightsisters are more or less legendary power. And the kicker is, the Great Mothers team isn't a very Zeta-heavy team. It's not even an Omicron-heavy team. You don't even need any Omicrons, technically, for this team to kick a variety of butts out there. So I can understand why a lot of people are building up these girls, and more importantly, why maybe you don't want to have the Talisman team because you're maybe a new player and you want to figure out how to beat the Secrets and Shadows Assault Battle. So let's talk about that. I want to point out one more thing. Right now, as the time of this recording, the Nightsister Lightspeed bundle is back, and I know a lot of people who didn't buy it the first time because, you know, half the Nightsister faction was not very helpful. Now, every single Nightsister can be great, and they're both in very good teams. They're Great Mothers. Talisman and Night Trooper and Death Trooper Pretty are technically part of the Enoch Roman team, but you know, you could use them as Nightsisters, as we're going to see today in this video. So if you are someone considering the Nightsister Lightspeed bundle, it's one of the best bundles in the game. Not a crazy price. You get pretty much a full faction minus a few characters, Marin, Great Mothers, as well as, what was the other? Morgan Elsbeth. It's a good bundle, and all these Nightsisters are very good right now. So let's go talk about the Assault Battle, Secrets and Shadow. Here's the problem. When I saw the request come up again, of course, it was already after I simmed my tiers. So I can't do it, unfortunately. We have plenty of gameplay that we're going to show you on how to take care of business. And on top of that, in case you need help with modding for the Nightsisters, I have a spreadsheet, link down below if you don't know what it's about. I have pretty much all the factions, their modding, their Zeta, Omicron recommendations. And here are the mods right here, very important for this event that you're about to take on. It's not even just for this event, even abroad. It's going to be important having the right mods locked. And of course, Omicrons and Zetas just added the mercenaries. Yesterday, we talked a lot about Balin's Skull in the video yesterday. Today, we're focusing on the Great Mothers, which I guess is kind of related to Balin's Skull, right? Because you need them anyways to unlock him. And in case you want to mod up your Night Trooper and Detra Pritia, we have infographics over there as well. Now, one more thing before we start rolling the gameplay. There's a card in the top right-hand corner for when I took care of this event. Last year, I mean, pretty much for those that don't understand, the Secrets and Shadows tier through is pretty much impossible. It was absolutely difficult, but the second Marin came, I was able to finally beat it, and this has been the go-to way to 3-star the event. So this isn't anything new, 3-starring it. I think this is the better way and more accessible way as of now. But if maybe you're part of the new generation of players that doesn't have this Marin Talisman team built up, well, then we're going to showcase this gameplay right here. This gameplay is coming from Barbarossa, the resident data miner inside of SWH events, always showing a lot of fun stuff on their little custom build of Galaxy that they have. But they showed themselves taking on the Secrets and Shadows event. The only thing that this is why this isn't very accessible, I think, as of now. As time goes on, this will be more accessible. It's pretty much using 4 of the newest characters on the block. So that's the only thing that's kind of a problem. The Nightsister Zombie is going to be incredibly important, as we're going to see. And the attackers here are also important because Great Mothers, they give Foresight to the attackers, which is imperative for the 4th wave of Darth Sidious. Once you get past the Darth Sidious wave, you're good to go. One thing good about this as well, this is a full auto, more or less, assault battle. That's one of the things you'd like to have, right? Even the Talisman Nightsisters with the Marin could also be full audible. Here it's also going to be autoed. I know you guys are going to ask you, how do you get the 16x? Again, that's one of the funny things they get to have in their custom build of this game. Boy, it must be nice. Can we get 16Xs? Well, imagine those 5-minute Leviathan battles would be like 20 seconds. Anyways, they're getting full auto. Basically, the first 3 waves, it's all just about getting through the monotony, just getting through the stupid stuff. And then wave 4 is where things are going to be. But again, I would recommend if you don't have Death Trooper Peridia as well as Night Trooper, the worst thing that can happen is just try without them. But again, trying to have the attackers, maybe use Nightsisters Spirit if you have it. Again, if you have the Lightspeed bundle, you're going to have majority of these Nightsisters, barring Great Mothers, Morgan Elsbeth, Naren, and the 2 Imperial Remnant Nightsisters that we got here. Because the Night Trooper and Death Trooper Peridia, they're getting Foresight. And when Sidious is going to want to do the opening play in Wave 4, he's going to try to smash your team out of existence. But if you have Foresight, you can dodge it. And that's going to be kind of a big deal. Now you might be asking, why is Nightsister Zombie here? Great Mothers and Morgan Elsbeth prevent revives. True, but not true. Remember, Nightsister Zombie is a very unique tank or just character in general where defeating the zombie doesn't really count like as a death that stops it from reviving. Nightsister Zombie is unique where she will always have her, I don't know if I want to call it revive. She will always just resurrect herself no matter what. It's just like this. If you insta-kill zombies, she comes back. If you Mando insta-kill it, Jabba insta-kill it, Nihilus insta-kill it, she will come back. So same thing here. You can't prevent her revive is the simple way of putting it here. So that's why it's nice to have it because, as you're going to see, you're going to need a couple people to tank it up. Otherwise, it's going to get a little tricky. And here's another reason why the attackers are very important because they gain stealth as well. You want to make sure a majority of the attention the opposing team's doing, it's all on pretty much Morgan Elsbeth and the zombie here. So when you have Foresight on your attackers, whether it's Night Trooper, Death Trooper, Peridia, or the Spirit, you're going to get the Foresight and stealth. And here is the most important wave. You see here, you got the Foresight, you have the stealth. You dodge that opening play. They're going to focus over on the zombie as well as Morgan Elsbeth, and boom. Luckily, you got some good damage with the Night Trooper Peridia. Just whatever. You know what I mean. Night Trooper and Death Trooper Peridia. And then you're back on full auto. So I think this is the biggest thing. Nightsister Zombie is a must. Morgan Elsbeth is a must. Great Mothers is also a must. So that's why I've been kind of hesitant to talk about this because, well, you know, it's a little bit, as of now, it's kind of a newer, more difficult team to acquire. Say a year from now, it's just like, when I made the video on Marin doing this event, that was kind of a little bit inaccessible at the time. A lot of people have Marin now. So, I'm thinking very much in the current present tense of when we're making this video, but down the road, this is going to be more of the newer era of Nightsisters, and it would be nice if you've never 3-starred the assault battles, you have that opportunity now. But hopefully you can see why we need the double tanks and ideally 2 attackers, because if I didn't have these attackers, and let's say you had yourself Daka or even Asajj, I sometimes forget that Asajj is not an attacker. So Asajj can't get the Foresight, can't get stealth, so they can really focus down on those other characters. And unlike the zombie, the rest of the Nightsisters, they can't revive. Their revives are preventable if there was anything to revive. So Nightsister Zombie is very important because, she died a few times here, right? And she just comes back and you're back into the swing of things here. And pretty much I think we can, fast forward most of this. Nothing going on in 6, nothing really going on in 7. What's going to be important is getting into the last wave. Wave number 8. Where Darth Nihilus likes to insta-kill. And unlike the Townsend lineup with Marin, you're going to have a bit of a bigger problem here because if they insta-kill someone that can't be revived, well, it's going to be a little rough. Where here, it's going to be ideal if Nihilus goes for the insta-kill on zombie because guess what? Again, you can't kill the zombie until all the other Nightsister allies are gone. So in a second, we're going to go in there and show you how this looks like. Here we go. Setting it into wave 8. Nihilus gonna do his thing. He's gonna open up. You remember Great Mothers, they cannot ignore taunts if there's a dark side leader, so you have to put that doomed on the Sith Trooper. And that's basically best case scenario. They're gonna go for Nightsister Zombie. And even if they do go for Morgan Elsbeth, you should be okay. Get it done. That's the most important thing, is knocking it out in mostly a full auto fashion. But once you get through that Sith Trooper, it's pretty much game over. And there you go. And you want to make sure you try to get that blessed on Morgan Elsbeth. When you do Doom, you're applying the debuff on the enemy, and you want to go ahead and throw down the blessed on your Morgan Elsbeth, and all is good in the world. Preventing that insta-kill is what's going to help you take on the Nihilus. But as you see, they took out the Night Trooper there. So you really want to try to set this up where ideally you're going to have Morgan Elsbeth have the blessed. She can't be insta-killed, or Nightsisters get eaten up. It seems like it was a little unfortunate that the Night Trooper got taken out there. But nonetheless, there you go. That's going to be another option. So big thanks to Barbarossa for showing some gameplay on this here. Again, you have other options. The tier 3 in the assault battles is not really a problem anymore, but there you go. We finally talked about it. Hopefully, it's going to be helpful for you guys. I know by the time this video comes out, the assault battle is going to be over, but you know what? It's going to repeat again, the Secrets and Shadows. And boy, Nightsisters, whew, they're in a really good spot right now in the game. I love that pretty much all the Nightsisters are usable. The only thing that sucks, you have 2, 4, 6, 8. You know, let's ignore the remnants. 10, 11. So you have like 11 Nightsisters. It's kind of unfortunate one's got to kind of be missing out on the party, whether that's the Talisman party or if that's going to be the Great Mother's party. But there you go, people. You got me. Hopefully this is cool to see at the very minimum, or helpful, I suppose, as well. So you don't leave that like, comment down below, subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And you know the drill. Until we meet again, it's great to be in the Empire today.
The sun never sets. We dominate. We're stronger together.